and without further ado, go ahead, Cliff. Let's kick us off.
So just update on the seed grant that's chosen for this council. Also a multi-council seed grant that applies to the Altamaha too. Gary Hawkins is doing, educating citizens in the Suwannee and the Altamaha region on septic system maintenance and malfunctioning water bodies and water quality issues. I believe that that's a big issue here and be a big improvement and much needed in this area as folks seem to have a lot of questions. He gets a lot of questions, my office gets a lot of questions, and he provided a nice proposal that plans to hit a lot of citizens and a big something that's very much needed. So he's not, I guess he's not online today.
Unless he's the 912 number.
Oh, okay, well, he could be. I would let him talk about it, but he wants to come talk to the council about the ins and outs of all the things that he knows and wants to do and the benefits of that project.
Okay. Since we got a few new people, can you talk a little bit about how the plans used to permit, how you guys are implementing that into your permit process?
Yeah, you mean our regional plan, this is our, in that this council has said they want groundwater to continue to be to proliferate. The biggest industry that it has is agriculture. That is used in our plans so that we determine what type of density we're getting in terms of applications, how that impacts the water source. We are moving into potentially endangered species areas where we look at mussels, certainly in the Flint. What do we have in the Suwannee? We've talked a little bit about our friends in the Suwannee district about the sturgeon and other things that I'm sure that'll become a part of our future. But this council believes that half of our our surface waters we share with Florida, and they start here in our basin and they run south, so we share that with them. So continue to coordinate and work together with the state of Florida, better our information, continue to use groundwater effectively and appropriately so that the region is protected, but that ag continues to be able to grow. Surface water has, certainly over the last 20 years, but while we've been involved in this effort, it has become a non-dependable water source, if you will. So surface water over permitting, we've seen less emphasis on surface water, more on groundwater, and that our permitting reflects that, and that is part of what this council would like to see and what's part of those plans. So whenever we do the permits, we just make sure we have checklists and we have some things that go through to make sure that the things that we do in permitting, it's not just the ag permits, but the other permits, if the withdrawal or the permit is to be granted in a certain area, those plans are reviewed for those specific criteria regarding the withdrawal of the applications that are put into the permit. Make sure that it abides by the plan. There's nothing that is contrary to the plan. And I guess the last piece is if it's a municipal system and they need financing, this is also picked up by Georgia Environmental Finance Authority, often referred to as GEFA, and they take these plans and they prioritize the needs of the municipalities in this region for who needs water, wastewater, infrastructure, improvements, retrofits, that type of thing. So they use that to make sure that that what is being proposed by the entity matches what's in the plan as well, and also because they're in that region, they get lumped up in priority.
Yeah, so a good example of that would be the Valdosta water treatment plant, which is being permitted as we speak.
Yes.
And it did receive a good, significant amount of funding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I wanted to mention something to Michaela, and I didn't catch.
Alex, you can call me
Alex.
Alex.
Okay. James Horton
Yes.
is the I guess
Planning director.
he's the new director of the Planning Commission and Regional Commission. He contacted me and said he was, talked about his new position, talked about these two coming to the meeting, and was really looking forward to getting the commission more involved in what's going on here, and had a lot of questions, and looking forward to your participation. Thank you for coming today, and welcome Mr. Horton anytime too. And please let him know I'm happy to come talk to him anytime, if he wants more information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's exciting. It's always good. It's always good for people to hear that the plan is being implemented. It's easy for us to know that it's doing it, because we get involved with it pretty regularly, like, well, I have to approve a lot of things as the chairman, but for the general public and for general members of the council, they may not necessarily know how often it gets implemented and how much we do talk about it, so it's, that's one reason why I want to mention that, and, I'm glad you guys are here, because if you're using it, we want to hear about it.
Can we get one more update from Cliff?
Yeah,
On,
absolutely.
last time you gave an update on where that, Twin Pines mineral permit was.
So those permits, are completed but they're being challenged. So, that's the status of them currently, so they're staying until that challenge is complete.
The passcode comment, what is
Yeah.
the passcode?
Yes. I can't even count it. I don't even know what that number was. I heard how many comments there were, and it was an unbelievable number of comments that you had to go through and address, but develop the draft permits, and they're being challenged, I believe, by OBG. I think the OBG riverkeeper is being currently
So
challenged.
it's hard to say, like,
Yeah.
how long that process will take.
No, yeah, right, no